Hello and welcome back, everyone. Today is June 16th here. Even though on TradingView we are on the June 17th candle, but it's still June 16th, Wednesday, where I am at. On this post, I'll be telling you guys about Bitcoin since it has struggled to get back on top of 40K again. Going to be following up with my previous predictions on Bitcoin and see how correct I was or incorrect I was based on my prediction on my last video about a couple of days ago. So we are going to be talking about Bitcoin mostly today because since it has dumped from about 60K all the way down to about 30K, it has brought down a lot of the altcoins down with it. And I do still think this is the main driver of the market right now. Now, I'm also going to be addressing Bitcoin dominance and see how this could potentially affect the altcoins and seeing what situation I would think is very bad for the altcoins in case Bitcoin does something crazy again. So let's get underway on that. Also, want to be talking about very quickly that I have not been able to do daily technical analysis content as I have done before. So I'm going to be figuring out a new format of content that I can be doing going forward. That will still be technical analysis and crypto based going forward. So please do bear with me until I can actually figure something out that fits my schedule for the time being. Now, as always, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. It's purely my opinion. So please do your own due diligence and research before trading or investing in this market. It is extremely risky and volatile. Now let's get into it. Let's go into Bitcoin, see what has happened since last time. On the daily time frame and the weekly time frame, I had talked about some important key supports last time. Okay, I have also predicted that there was going to be an inverse head and shoulders pattern that could be developing on the daily time frame. An inverse head and shoulders pattern is generally a bullish pattern. Okay, and I predict that pattern because I've seen this resistance at about that 40K level on the left side of this possible inverse head and shoulders pattern. So based on the left side here, I have predicted that there was going to be some resistance at about that 40K level, which we did get. And I don't think we're going to get over that in one shot. It looks like the price action is trying to retest that level again, but I mean, it's still very early in the day to say anything about it. Also, there's going to be the daily 50 MA and the daily 200 MA that's right above the price action right now, okay? The daily 50 MA, which is the white line, that's actually coming down pretty quickly, so I do think that is the key resistance that could be keeping this price action under 40K, okay? So in about that 40K to 30K range, and that could make this price action look something more like the left side of this inverse head and shoulders pattern here. So I will not be surprised if the price action actually wicks back down to about that 30K level again, which does still have some significance in this sense, okay? Now, this would be the first time that the price action would be trying to test that daily 50 MA since the dump back here. And I don't expect it to get above it on the first try, okay? Now we're going to take a look into the weekly 50 MA here and the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame here, let me do a quick recap and also talk about why this weekly 50 MA is significant. This weekly 50 MA is the white line here, and it's at about that 30K level. Now, usually on an uptrend, I would expect the price action to get supported by the more recent moving average. Okay, so depending on what moving average you guys use, I know some of you guys probably use the 7, the 20, or the 21. I personally use the 21 because that is the moving average I got started with when I first studied technical analysis. So on an uptrend, I would be more sure that the price action would get supported by the 21 moving average. Okay. However, the price action did not get supported on this uptrend here when it dipped into the weekly 21 MA here, which is the blue line. But there has also been 3x bearish divergence here, okay? 3 consecutive lower highs here on this RSI. So that could be, that's a very strong signal that the price action has been losing momentum, okay? So that would have been the green light for the dip, usually, okay? But at this time, it was not very strong support because there was 3x bearish divergence here. So right now, I'm looking at the weekly 50 MA. That could be quote unquote like the yellow light of this bull trend if it was to continue. So that is why the weekly 50 MA is significant in that sense. Currently at about just right above 30K here. Also, this weekly 50 MA, if it does not hold, the next key support I'll be looking at would be the monthly 21 MA, currently at about 21K, okay? So if the weekly 50 MA does not hold, the next major moving average and the key support there I'll be looking at will be the monthly 21 MA at about 21K. That means if that weekly moving average breaks, there's going to be quite a bit more downside left for Bitcoin and most likely for the altcoins as well. So that is something I'm going to be keeping my focus on. So in the next couple of days, as more data comes in, I'll be updating on if this prediction of mine that I have made a couple of days ago is becoming more correct, or would this price action be making a significant move before then, okay? So right now it does seem like it's going according to my prediction here, and I'll be updating in the next couple of days. Now let's talk about Bitcoin dominance because that would affect altcoins relative to the movement of Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance here on the daily time frame, on some of these larger time frames, starting from the daily time frame. Bitcoin dominance has gone on top of some of these moving averages again. Okay, the 21, the blue line, the white line is the 50. Also on the 3-day 21 MA is now immediate key resistance. If the price action actually gets back on top of this key resistance, again, this immediate key resistance here, the next key resistance I'll be looking at will be the 50% fit level area. Now, the situation I would be more concerned with is if Bitcoin looks like it's going to be dumping on the larger time frames from the daily time frame up, while Bitcoin dominance on these larger time frames up is looking to trend upwards, because that tells me if Bitcoin dumps, Bitcoin dominance trends back up on some of these larger time frames, altcoins are going to be dumping harder than Bitcoin. Okay? So that is a situation I will be most likely looking out for because I do hold altcoins myself. So in the next couple of days, as more data comes in, I'll be doing an update and see where the situation is and how it evolves. So thank you very much for watching on this very short post, and I will see you guys next time.